We're live here at Lima Land Motorsports Park, where the biggest race of the season once again brings in some of the biggest names in NASCAR. We'll talk to Casey Kane in the Pit Stop Update. That's coming up. Your News Now is next. The upgrades on and around Dean White Court haven't really taken away from that vintage feel. They've simply added color. After last season's winless campaign, the coaching staff stressed the significance of conditioning so that in 2010, there's nowhere to go but up. Amir, the saga that soiled the image of Buckeyes football finally reached its breaking point for Tressel, who after a decade down in Columbus is stepping away from the sidelines. Two of the most common questions brought up throughout the press conference, health and family, the main reasons why Myers stepped down at Florida. Before he was able to become the 24th Buckeye head coach, it was something he had to clear with his family. Andy, the people behind the scenes here at Dutch Hollow Road work year-round for this event. With weather like this and a guest like I have here, you can certainly understand why. Joined by NASCAR driver Casey Kane. Casey, you were here back in 2007. What was it about Lima Land that brought you back? As for the offensive side of the ball, they'll continue to air it out, trying different things to spread the ball across the field. Casey, thank you so much. Best of luck to you tonight. Andy, I'm going to let Casey be because he's certainly got a lot of driving to do tonight. Certainly looking forward to every minute of it. Throwing it back to you at the station, reporting live from Dutch Hollow Road. Csaba Sukosd, Your News Now Sports. For the past 8 months, Sean Oden and Emily Broadman have been inseparable. That was when she suggested to him about competing in the CUPE Triathlon.
I knew he'd take the challenge on, and the second I asked him, he was excited and just working hard from that day forth.
Sean has never shied away from a challenge because he's been overcoming obstacles all his life. The 50-year-old was born with optic atrophy.
I don't see images that well. The messages don't go from my eyes to the brain very well.
So Emily acts as his eyes, guiding him throughout. The first leg is the swim.
How do you feel, Sean? How do you feel?
Good.
Okay, good. Let's keep it right here.
Damn good.
Keep it going.
500 yards later, they were welcomed back to shore.
Here we go. Okay, pick it up, guys. 1 down, 2 to go.
From lapping the lake, it was on to pumping the pedals.
The bike was great. We just stayed comfortable, stayed relaxed.
15 miles later, they were pounding the pavement for 3 more miles.
That last mile, we just thought, finish, 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 go, go, go.
After 2 tumultuous hours, they crossed the finish. Shortly after the realization of what he accomplished, the emotion started to sink in. I'm sorry.
Okay. You did so good. Triathlete.
Oh, man. Throughout all the sweat and tears, Sean had plenty of inspiration from those in his situation.
I met a gal that is a world champion in the triathlon, and she's totally blind, and that's what made me push it. You keep working at it, keep plugging along, and you'll get there. And if I had it to do over again, I wouldn't change a thing because it was a lot of fun.
He's not the only one leaving with a smile. In Bath Township, Csaba Sukosd, Your News Now Sports. Zach Miller can get low on the wrestling mat. For him, it's not really a choice, as he was born without a femur in his left leg.
I don't know any of the difference. I don't know how it walked with 2 legs and everything. I adapt to everything, no matter what.
The sophomore at Kenton had a lot of grappling to do in this, his first season ever wrestling. Having a handicap, he wasn't certain how he'd fare.
I thought it was a disadvantage at the beginning of the season. I was like, I probably won't do too good this year.
You don't know how hard he's going to work just because of the disability he has.
Quickly, he proved he belonged. Let's go! Taking his beatings, then giving his own.
He was able to take away a spot from another wrestler here, and he earned that spot. The biggest thing he beat on the hurdle, to make 160 pounds, he had to lose weight. I don't think he's ever lost weight, in his life.
Having conquered the scales, his next opponent was his supposed weakness.
That's not your handicap. We're going to make that your strength.
He's so low that you can't get in on a leg.
I think I'm pretty good at getting up, but he holds me down better than a lot of people do.
All that work finally paid off with his first career win a few weeks back.
It was cool, but I wanted to win more and get better. Even if I won, I don't care enough. I want to keep on winning. I don't want to lose all the time. I'm a big competitor, so I don't want to ever lose.
His endurance through the season and throughout his life serves as a steady reminder, not only to himself, but his teammates.
That leg up! Come on, Zach! Maybe I should work as hard as that kid, and even if he has a disadvantage, it doesn't matter. He can still do it every day, and work hard as possibly can.
If he can do it, then I better be able to do it.
I guess the best way to describe it is he's got, I'd say, more heart than anybody on the team.
Then again, Zach's never had a problem picking himself up off the mat. In Kenton, Csaba Sukosd, your News Now Sports. Half the field is set for the regional finals in the high school football playoffs. Tonight, 8 more local squads had a shot at making it to the Elite 8. Something defending Division 6 state champs St. John's have done the previous 3 seasons. Todd Schulte and the Blue Jays up at BGSU's Deutsch Perry Stadium, tackling Tiffin Calvert in their Region 22 semi. Second quarter, no score. Alex Clark airs it out for Tanner Cavalich, who hauls it in deep in Calvert territory. That would lead to Jordan Bergfeld's opening score of the game, 7-0 St. John's. Just over 2 minutes left in the half. Blue Jays on the move again. Super sophomore Tyler Jettinghoff breaking free for the score. DSJ up 14-0 at the half. Second play of the third quarter, Mark Boggs, quick strike to Ryan Denzel, and he does the rest. Racing 40 yards for the touchdown. St. John starts to blow it open, up 21-zip. Still in the third, the give to Jettinghoff, who bowls his way in for his second TD of the game as St. John's cruises 35-0 and are stoked to be back in the regional final for the 4th straight year. In Division 4, top-ranked Kenton has cruised throughout the season. The Wildcats are 11-0 for just the second time in school history. The last time was 10 years ago when they won their first state title. Ben Mock was the quarterback back then for that team. Another Mock leading the way now. Maddie getting some Heisman love, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Wildcats taking on a tough Genoa squad, and the Comets come out punching Kenton in the mouth. Kyle Nutter gives Genoa an early 6-0 lead. Second quarter, Kenton trailing 9-0. Mock, the Missouri-bound quarterback, doing it with his legs. Such a great athlete. 42-yard sprint to the zone. Wildcats down 9-8 at the half, but Genoa came to play. Third quarter, Tyler Pickard rips free for a 22-yard touchdown. Comets extend the lead to 7 at 15-8. Wildcats would respond on fourth down. Mock over the middle, and the ball is tipped right into the arms of Kent State-bound Bryce Fackler inside the Genoa 15. Then it's Mock doing more damage on the ground. 209 yards rushing to go with 3 touchdowns. Kenton takes the lead and keeps it. The Wildcats win 32-22. They'll play Bishop Hartley for the regional final in a matchup of number 1 versus number 2 in the state. In Division 2, Elida already has 3 titles this season. Their tip-off tourney, a league, and sectional crown. Tonight they tried to snag their 4th at districts. Reggie McAdams and the Bulldogs in the D2 final over at ONU against Lexington. First quarter, Elida comes out red hot. Dakota Mathias true on the triple try. Then Reggie McAdams with a triple of his own. Dogs up 5. McAdams again knocks down the 3. He had 25 in the first half. Elida led 42-20 at the break. More McAdams in the third. 3-ball, you betcha. The future Akron Zip showing he can do more than rain in 3s. Pulls up from the elbow, and Elida is in cruise control. The senior now again from range. McAdams is on fire. He finished with a game-high 33 points, and the rest of the Dogs would take it from there. In the fourth, Corey Royster gets the transition bucket, and then later on, it's their defensive specialist, Evan Stratton, getting the hoop and the harm as the Bulldogs blow it up, their district champs, after the 65-36 triumph. Ohio State split their regular season matchup with Michigan State. They also shared the Big Ten regular season title. However, there would be no split in the final of the Big Ten tourney, where the winner would receive a top seed in the NCAA tournament. Buckeyes seeking their 3rd straight conference tournament title, taking on the Spartans in Indianapolis. In the second half, LB alum Aaron Kraft to Lenzel Smith Jr. with the 3-ball, 44-42 OSU. Later, Kraft creating again, this time to Deshaun Thomas in the corner. Ohio State's lead at 7. Sparty responds. Brandon Wood capping an 8-0 run. He had a game-high 21. Michigan State back on top by 1. Under 6 minutes to go, Scarlet and Gray down 5. Kraft and Thomas teaming up on the inbounds. All 5 OSU starters were in double figures, Bucks within a bucket. Then it's Jared Sullinger backing in for 2 of his 18. They trailed 64-62. Same score, under 2 minutes to go. Draymond Green, the Big Ten Player of the Year, helps put it away. Michigan State holds on 68-64. The American dream. For many, it's playing baseball as a kid all the way to college. For Allen East grad Kurt Yetman, he fulfilled that desire, but it wasn't his ultimate aspiration. Here's the story of a hero who sacrificed a lot more.
When I was growing up, my father, always stressed to me the little things. Don't make excuses for things. Excuses are words of failure. The game is the fun part. Training is the taxing part, you know, so you got to push yourself to the extreme level where your body say, I cannot go there. But it really can. The toughest part is kind of telling yourself, no, finish it right now, even though your legs is tired.
Burn it.
There's no way that the game is going to be as hard as I train. You know, if the game is going to be harder, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
There you go, just like that, just like that.
You know, my grandma always tell me, you know, use things as stepping stones. You know, you can use them as a stepping stone to fall down, or you can use them as a stepping block. You want to go hard, so it's game-like. So when you get in the game, you making that move, and it's like second nature. If you going hard, you gonna make a mistake. You cannot be perfect.
Come on,
stay focused, stay focused. If I miss 10 shots, stay focused. Plan on making the next one. When you become a pro, it's not about, you know, your athletic ability. It's more about mental. It's a mental game then, because there's so many people that can play the game. So now you got to start outthinking this opponent. I'm trying to focus on the small things so I can take myself to that next level. My body is looking completely better. I feel great, you know, and my confidence is, you know, is out the roof.